Thank you for staying with us. Let's begin by paying tribute to one of the foremost labor leaders in Nigeria, as we are reminded of, from time to time, of the fleeting nature of life. So it has come for the former General Secretary of the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, Frank Kokori, who died at 80. The news of his death was disclosed by his personal assistant, Atawada Oke. Kokori emerged as a pivotal figure in the struggle for the validation of the annulled June 12, 1993 presidential election won by the late MKO Abiola. Today, I remember vividly. Kokori was nowhere to be found. At a point in time in that struggle, they were looking for him. Meanwhile, all public transportation, everything was grounded. It grounded the economy. NUPENG played that role. They were looking for Kokori. We thought the military abducted him. We didn't know where he was. But at the end of the day, he made sure that effectively they were able to register their displeasure against the annulment of June 12, 1993 presidential election.
Yes, they played a key role. They were looking for him, but they got him in the end. They got him along with Ademo Shoba.
Akirogu.
Yes, and they locked them up. I remember Nigerian newspapers all goofing by reporting that he had been picked up at a point when he had not been picked up.
Okay, that's...
By the time they now picked him up, and the family came out to say they picked him, nobody was ready to pick the story because they were not ready to goof for the second time. You know?
That time there was no internet.
Yeah, of course.
No internet,
The paper was only...
Yes, you know, people give you information and it's a big story, you share it with others. You know, you share it with others. We were using fax.
Scoop is scoop.
You use fax, or they just dictate a story for you, you write in longhand. Things have changed. The job is a lot easier to do now, and it has also induced greater laziness. A lot of...
death of professionalism.
Yes. So the last time I saw him was when TVC News had an exclusive interview with him. And he was talking about how unprofessional the present crop of labor leaders are. That before you call the nation, drag the nation into a full-blown strike, the notice must be long enough. Not that you just wake up and say tomorrow or next tomorrow there will be a nationwide strike. I said, look, it is not done. You are shutting down an entire country. The notice has to be longer than that. You know what? According to him, a lot had changed. And it's
That
true.
time, if they came out...
These labor leaders were very, very committed. People like him, Baba Imodu, you know, and the greatest labor leader of them all,
Hassan
Sumono.
Yeah.
Who was also the #1 labor leader in Africa for many years. Yeah. You know? So there can never be another Kokori because someone believing that this is wrong and he was ready to put his life on the line. He suffered for the democracy that we are enjoying today. A lot of people who themselves were anti-democratic elements, they became beneficiaries of democracy, beneficiary of the work that these people did, the sacrifices that people like Kokori did. We can only pray that God will grant him eternal rest. To die on your birthday I don't know how to describe it. On his birthday,
80th.
On the day that he clocked 80,
Significant.
God took him. Significant age. God took him. So he has played his part. Debt, as I always say, is a debt that we all owe. Anchors will call it debt. If I call it debt now, I will not know the difference. People will not know.
The B is silent.
The B is silent, but me now, what's my own?
Debt and debt.
Debt is a debt. Let me put the B, permit me to add the B. It's a debt that we all owe. We will all pay that debt, whether we like it or not. So we wish him eternal rest in his bosom.
Frank Kokori from 1943 to 2003, MJ.
And then we are always...
2023.
in 19... during the June 12 crisis, we were always looking forward to his broadcast on VOA, BBC then. And I mean, then there was no proliferation of radio stations like this. And
the broadcast
yes.
sector had not been deregulated.
Yes. So, and this is a man that deserves a national burial as an hero of the democracy we're all enjoying today. And you see, at a point during the last regime, I felt bad with the way he was treated.
Like Chief Chris
by Chris Ngige, when he was
NSIT.
When he was appointed to be the CEO of NSITF, and Ngige refused to swear him in for almost a year. I mean, this man doesn't deserve that kind of treatment for what he has done to the country. And recall that a month ago, he had to send a distress signal, a distress call from his sickbed. Guys, don't abandon me like this. Don't let me die like this. That was when the Delta State Governor, Obowere, Sheriff, and the APC governorship candidate, Omagege, now went to him on his sickbed. You know, he's been battling kidney-related issues for quite some time. But he died well. I mean, you can see the kind of things people have been saying about him since we heard of his demise 1:30 a.m. Earlier this morning. We pray that God grant him eternal rest and give the family the fortitude to bear the loss. It's a major, major loss to Nigeria, and to the labor movement. I mean, labor activism ended in the eras of Kokori. What they are doing, they are just joking now.
Opportunism.
They are also, I
don't know the current NUPENG president. I'm sorry, I don't mean to bring that office down in any way. We're just talking about people making that mark.
But no, I think they know the guy in NUPENG is even doing well, better than the NLC president. I hope they are back from Dubai because I also saw them in Dubai. So but they have been.
You are just jealous of them.
No, they are.
You didn't go, and they went to their Dubai. You are now talking about Dubai. Just your jealousy.
No, it's not jealousy because they are also part of the delegation. So and they are the ones complaining because I saw him. I saw Joe Ajero in Dubai, COP 28. You know,
they have the financial wherewithal. Now.